Welcome to Austria, the Republic of Austria, a captivating landlocked nation in Central Europe, famed for its majestic Alps, deep history, and vibrant culture. Spanning 83,879 square kilometers, it shares borders with Germany, Czech Republic, Slovakia, Hungary, Slovenia, Italy, Switzerland, and Liechtenstein. Home to 8.9 million people, 2024, its capital, Vienna, shines as a center of music, art, and imperial splendor. Austria's story began in Roman times, but it soared under the Habsburgs, ruling vast empires from the 13th century until 1918. After World War I, it emerged as a republic, embracing neutrality since 1955. Now, a federal democracy with 9 states, it blends old-world charm with modern flair. Celebrated for Mozart, Freud, and the Viennese waltz, Austria enjoys a high GDP per capita, fueled by tourism, industry, and services. Its Alps, with ski havens like Kitzbühel and landmarks like Schönbrunn Palace, attract millions, offering a timeless European treasure. Tyrol, a stunning alpine region in western Austria, spans 12,648 square kilometers across the eastern Alps, sharing its territory with Italy since the post-World War I division. In 1919, split historic Tyrol into North and East Tyrol in Austria and South Tyrol in Italy. With Innsbruck as its vibrant capital, Austrian Tyrol is home to 760,969 people, 2024 estimate, and boasts a rugged landscape of soaring peaks like Grossglockner, 3,798 meters, Austria's highest, and Wilder Kaiser, cradling valleys like the Inn and Utztal. Its history stretches back to prehistoric times, with Ötzi the Iceman, found in 1991, near the Similon Glacier, dated to 3,300 BC, offering a glimpse into its ancient past. Tyrol flourished under the Counts of Tyrol from the 12th century, passing to the Habsburgs in 1363, whose rule shaped its medieval castles such as Ambras and Tratzburg, and its enduring alpine culture. The region's strategic location, along trade routes, fostered prosperity, though its division after the Treaty of Saint-Germain left a lasting cultural imprint, blending Austrian and Italian influences in its dialect, cuisine, like speck, cured ham, and noodle, dumplings, and traditions. Tyrol's natural splendor defines its allure, drawing adventurers and nature lovers year-round. The Hohen National Park, spanning Tyrol and Salzburg, shelters the Pasterze Glacier and wildlife like ibex and chamois, while ski resorts like Kitzbühel, Sölden, and St. Anton, birthplace of modern alpine skiing, under Hannes Schneider, offer over 3,000 kilometers of slopes, hosting events like the Hahnenkamm race. Summer unveils hiking trails, such as the 280-kilometer Eagle's Way, and climbing routes on limestone giants like the Dachstein. The Utztal Valley, site of Ötzi's discovery, doubles as a trekking hub, with thermal springs in Lengenfeld, soothing weary travelers. Innsbruck, framed by the Nordkette Range, blends urban charm with alpine access. Its golden roof, Goldenes Dackel, built in 1500 for Emperor Maximilian I, glinting over a medieval old town. Tyrol's rivers, like the Inn and Lech, fuel hydropower and rafting, while its 15,000 kilometers of bike paths weave through flower-strewn meadows and quaint villages like Hall in Tyrol, Austria's oldest salt mining town. Tyrol pulses with a rich cultural heartbeat. Amid its peaks, a vibrant thread woven through its alpine soul. Its folk traditions, Lederhosen, yodeling, and Schuhplattler dances, thrive at festivals like Almabtrieb, when cattle descend from summer pastures adorned with bells and blooms, a ritual celebrated with hearty feasts and song. The Tyrolean State Museum in Innsbruck traces its journey from Roman roads to Habsburg splendor, while Swarovski Crystal Worlds in Wattens dazzles with modern art installations shimmering in crystal light. Once a battleground, Napoleon's 1809 defeat at Bergensell spurred Andreas Hofer's heroic rebellion. Tyrol now radiates peace, its economy thriving on tourism, forestry, and artisanal crafts like woodcarving and glasswork. North Tyrol's link to East Tyrol via the Felbertauern Tunnel binds its fragmented halves, though South Tyrol's Italian flair lingers in collective memory. From Innsbruck's Olympic legacy, 1964 and 1976 Winter Games, to the serene Zillertal Alps and the rustic charm of villages like Alpbach, often dubbed Austria's prettiest, Tyrol offers a timeless blend of alpine majesty, historical depth, and living heritage, captivating all who tread its storied paths and breathe its crisp mountain air. Traunkirchen, a captivating village in Upper Austria's Salzkammergut region, rests gracefully on the western shore of Lake Traunsee, framed by the dramatic limestone peaks of the Traunstein, 1,691 meters, and the rolling hills of the Eastern Alps. With a population of just 1,713 as of January 2024, this quaint settlement, at 422 meters above sea level, spans 18.3 square kilometers, with 43.2% forested and 24% used for agriculture, weaving a tapestry of green meadows and dense woodlands. Its history stretches back to the Neolithic era, with evidence of Bronze and Hallstatt period settlements unearthed in the area, marking it as one of Austria's ancient inhabited sites. The village's name likely ties to the Traun River, though its charm crystallized in medieval times with the founding of a Benedictine nunnery around 1020, gifted by King Ludwig to Salzburg's Archbishop Pilgrim IV in 909 AD as the Abbey Trunseo. This religious legacy endures in the Baroque parish church of the Coronation of Mary, rebuilt by Jesuits after a 1632 fire raised the original cloister, featuring the renowned Fisherman's Pulpit, a 1753 masterpiece depicting St. Peter's miraculous catch. Traunkirchen's peninsula juts into the lake, offering postcard views that have long inspired landscape painters and poets, cementing its status as a gem of the Austrian Romantic Road. Traunkirchen thrives as a haven for nature and culture enthusiasts, blending serene beauty with vibrant traditions. Lake Traunsee, Austria's deepest at 191 meters, invites sailing, diving, and swimming from spots like Broivie's Beach or the Bathing Island, while the Traunstein looms as a hiker's delight, its summit reachable by trail or cable car from nearby Gmuden. The Johannesburg Chapel, perched on a wooded promontory, bears an inscription recalling its past as a hideout of pagan pirates before its dedication to St. John the Baptist, adding a mystic layer to the village's lore. Cultural highlights include the Handicraft Museum, housed in the former nunnery, showcasing 34 regional techniques, from embroidery to festive tract costumes, and the annual Glockler Lauf on January 5th, where men don illuminated caps in a starlit procession, singing ancient carols. Once part of Bavaria until the 12th century, Traunkirchen joined the Duchy of Austria in 1490, enduring Napoleonic occupations and emerging in modern Oberösterreich. After 1918, its Löwendenkmal, a lion statue from 1861, rebuilt after a 1963 bombing, symbolizing resilience. Traunkirchen's allure shines in its blend of nature and heritage. The Baroque church, with its high altar by Franz Preissl, 1754, anchors its spiritual past, while the lake and Traunstein offer endless outdoor pursuits, hiking, skiing, and diving. The Via Historica Trail traces its history, and its serene setting draws visitors seeking peace in the Salzkammergut's embrace, a timeless Austrian retreat. Grüner See, or the Green Lake, is one of Austria's most breathtaking natural wonders, located in the Styria region near the town of Tragus. Renowned for its ethereal beauty, the lake boasts crystal clear emerald green water that sparkles brilliantly under sunlight. What makes Grüner See truly unique is a rare natural phenomenon. Each spring, as snow melts from the surrounding Alps, the lake's water level rises dramatically, transforming a lush park into an enchanting underwater world. During winter and early spring, Grüner See is a small, shallow lake, only 1 to 2 meters deep, surrounded by pine forests, meadows, and walking paths. However, when spring arrives, melting snow floods the area, increasing the water depth to 10 to 12 meters. This submerges the entire landscape, trees, benches, and trails, beneath a layer of transparent water, creating a surreal, dreamlike scene. Divers flock to the lake to explore this submerged wonderland, where sunlight filters through the water, illuminating the greenery below in a magical glow. Grüner See attracts nature lovers, photographers, and adventurers alike. Its pristine clarity and vibrant hues make it a paradise for underwater photography. However, swimming and diving are now regulated to preserve its delicate ecosystem. A visit to Grüner See offers a rare chance to witness nature's artistry at its finest, a fleeting seasonal marvel that captivates all who see it. Göttweig Abbey, a magnificent Baroque monastery near Krems in Lower Austria, crowns a hilltop in the picturesque Gosau Valley, a UNESCO World Heritage Site renowned for its charm. Often called Austria's Monte Cassino, due to its elevated position, offering sweeping views of the serene Danube Valley. It was established in 1083 by Bishop Altman of Passau as a residence for canons regular. In 1194, Prior Hartmann transformed it into a Benedictine abbey, founding a school and library that turned it into a thriving intellectual hub. After a destructive fire in 1580, Abbot Michael Herrlich from Melk Abbey restored its glory, but a catastrophic blaze in 1718 spurred its grand Baroque reconstruction, masterminded by architect Johann Lucas von Hildebrandt under Abbot Gottfried Bessel, featuring Austria's largest ceremonial staircase, adorned with a stunning 1739 fresco by Paul Trager, depicting Emperor Charles VI as Apollo. Today, approximately 45 Benedictine monks maintain Göttweig's rich spiritual and cultural traditions within its historic walls. The museum, housed in the Imperial Wing, showcases an array of Baroque artworks, historical artifacts, and ornate decor, while the library safeguards thousands of rare manuscripts and ancient texts. The abbey is also famed for its apricot orchard, the highest in the Gosau Valley, where monks produce exquisite jams, liqueurs, and wines, delighting visitors and enhancing the tranquil ambiance of this sacred retreat. The Abbey Church, blending Gothic and Baroque elements, stands as a peaceful sanctuary with intricate craftsmanship that invites reflection. Having endured challenges like the Reformation and repeated fires, Göttweig symbolizes resilience, faith, and harmony with nature. Its scenic hilltop location, surrounded by lush vineyards and rolling hills, beckons travelers to explore its storied past and soak in the beauty of the Gosau Valley. Hallstatt, a breathtakingly beautiful village in Upper Austria's Salzkammergut region, nestles snugly between the shimmering waters of Lake Hallstatt and the majestic Dachstein Alps, earning its place as a UNESCO World Heritage Site alongside the Dachstein region. Its history, stretching back over 7,000 years, is deeply tied to salt mining, with its name rooted in the Celtic word hall for salt, a resource that fueled its prosperity since the Bronze Age. This legacy is preserved in the Hallstatt culture artifacts, unearthed from its ancient mines, marking it as a cornerstone of early European civilization. The village itself is a visual delight, with colorful houses cascading down the hillside, perfectly mirrored in the lake's glassy surface, and narrow cobblestone streets winding past centuries-old structures. The 12th century St. Michael's Church, crowned with a Gothic spire, stands alongside a haunting charnel house, displaying painted skulls, offering a glimpse into Hallstatt's rich and slightly eerie past that fascinates visitors year-round. Hallstatt's natural splendor complements its historical depth, drawing adventurers and dreamers alike. The serene lake invites boating and fishing, while the surrounding Alps offer hiking trails and skiing slopes, with the skywalk platform perched 360 meters above, providing jaw-dropping views of the village and its alpine backdrop. The salt mines, still open for exploration, take visitors through ancient tunnels, complete with a fun underground slide and tales of the region's mining heritage. In winter, snow blankets the rooftops, and a cozy Christmas market lights up the village, while summer fills it with vibrant flower boxes and bustling lakeside cafes. Despite its tiny population of under 800, Hallstatt welcomes over 1 million tourists annually, prompting local efforts to manage crowds and protect its fragile charm. Hallstatt seamlessly weaves together nature, history, and living culture into an unforgettable tapestry. The slender steeple of the Evangelical Church punctuates the skyline. A nearby waterfall adds a soothing soundtrack, and tranquil boat rides enhance the experience. Its prehistoric significance, salt trade legacy, and stunning setting have long inspired artists and travelers. Far from a mere relic, Hallstatt thrives as a vibrant community, with locals upholding traditions amid global admiration. This idyllic village, framed by mountains and water, offers a rare harmony of human endeavor and natural beauty, beckoning all to step into its timeless embrace. Hofburg Palace, an imposing and majestic landmark in the heart of Vienna, Austria, stands as a monument to the unparalleled might and splendor of the Habsburg dynasty, which ruled vast swaths of Europe for over 6 centuries. From its origins in the 13th century, under Emperor Frederick II, until the fall of the Austro-Hungarian Empire in 1918, this sprawling complex served as the imperial residence, administrative hub, and political epicenter of the Holy Roman Empire and beyond. Covering an astonishing 240,000 square meters, the Hofburg is not merely one structure, but an intricate labyrinth of palaces, courtyards, chapels, and wings, each added by successive rulers to reflect their era's tastes, spanning Gothic austerity, Renaissance elegance, Baroque extravagance, and classical refinement. The Swiss wing, Schweizerhof, with its medieval roots, contrasts with later additions like the lavish imperial apartments, the Amalienburg, and the Neue Burg, built under Franz Joseph I to project imperial power. Today, it houses the Austrian president's offices, the renowned Spanish Writing School, the Austrian National Library, and several museums, blending its historical legacy with modern purpose. Its striking silhouette, marked by domed roofs, ornate facades, and golden accents, defines Vienna's skyline, inviting millions yearly to uncover its rich history and timeless beauty. Stepping inside Hofburg Palace is like entering a portal to the Habsburgs' opulent world, where every room tells a story of imperial life. The imperial apartments, meticulously preserved, offer an intimate look at Emperor Franz Joseph I and Empress Elizabeth Cece, whose enigmatic allure and tragic fate still captivate imaginations. These rooms glitter with crystal chandeliers, silk wall hangings, and masterful portraits, while the Cece Museum displays her personal effects, gowns, jewelry, and even her exercise equipment, revealing her complex persona. The silver collection dazzles with thousands of exquisitely crafted items, from gilded tableware to towering centerpieces used in lavish state banquets, a testament to the dynasty's wealth. The treasury, Schatzkammer, holds sacred relics and regalia, including the imperial crown of the Holy Roman Empire and the Spear of Destiny, shrouded in myth and reverence. Meanwhile, the Spanish Riding School, a Hofburg highlight, preserves a 450-year tradition of classical dressage, where Lipizzaner stallions perform intricate routines in the Baroque winter riding hall, enchanting audiences with their grace and precision, an art form rooted in Renaissance ideals of harmony and discipline. Hofburg Palace transcends its royal past to remain a vital part of Vienna's present, bridging centuries with grace and purpose. Once home to towering figures like Charles V, whose empire famously saw no sunset, and Maria Theresa, a reformist matriarch, it now hosts Austria's government functions, international summits, and cultural events. The Austrian National Library's State Hall, a Baroque jewel within the palace, stuns with its frescoed ceiling by Daniel Gran, marble statues, and over 7 million volumes, including illuminated manuscripts that draw researchers globally. The Hofburg's museums, like the Kunsthistorisches branch and the Ephesus Museum, showcase artifacts from ancient civilizations, enriching its historical narrative. Set in Vienna's Innere Stadt, it links to iconic sites like St. Stephen's Cathedral, the Albertina, and the Ringstrasse, embedding it in the city's cultural heartbeat. Whether marveling at its architecture, exploring Habsburg legacies, enjoying a concert in its halls, or watching the Lipizzaners, visitors find Hofburg a living tapestry of Austria's imperial grandeur and modern vitality, where echoes of a lost empire resonate amid Vienna's timeless elegance. Heiligenblut, a serene alpine village in Carinthia, Austria, nestles within the Hohe Tauern National Park, at the base of Grossglockner, Austria's highest mountain, at 3,798 meters, meaning holy blood. Its name traces back to a 914 AD legend of Brichus, a Danish knight carrying a relic of Christ's blood from Constantinople, who died in an avalanche. 3 wheat ears sprouting through the snow marked his resting place, now the village's symbol. This story led to the Gothic church of St. Vincent, erected between 1460 and 1491, famed for its elegant spire and a late Gothic altarpiece from 1520. At 1,300 meters, Heiligenblut offers stunning vistas of the Pasterze Glacier and peaks like Johannesburg and Fuscher Kharkov. It's also the southern start of the Grossglockner High Alpine Road, a scenic marvel opened in 1935, turning this tranquil spot into a gateway for alpine explorers. Heiligenblut thrives amid its natural splendor across all seasons. In summer, the Grossglockner High Alpine Road ascends to 2,571 meters at Edelweißspitze, unveiling breathtaking views and trails like the Alpe Adria Trail, stretching from the Alps to the Adriatic Sea. The Pasterze Glacier and salt mine tours delve into the region's past, while over 30 peaks above 3,000 meters challenge climbers. Winter blankets the village in snow, offering 55 kilometers of ski slopes from 1,301 to 2,902 meters, with 11 lifts, plus free-ride areas for powder lovers. Local culture flourishes with the Glockner Lamb Festival and UNESCO-recognized Christmas caroling in January, tying Heiligenblut to its alpine roots. Heiligenblut blends sacred history with rugged beauty. The Church of St. Vincent, with its golden altar, stands as a spiritual heart, while Grossglockner's towering presence inspires awe. Home to just 800 residents, it retains an authentic charm despite growing tourism, offering peace amid the peaks. Whether hiking in summer, skiing in winter, or soaking in the glacier-framed scenery, Heiligenblut shines as a timeless alpine treasure in Austria's mountainous embrace. Hohen Salzburg Castle, perched atop Festungsberg Hill in Salzburg, Austria, is one of Europe's largest and best-preserved medieval fortresses, dominating the city's skyline since its founding in 1077. Built by Archbishop Gebhard during the investiture controversy to protect Salzburg's clergy and assert ecclesiastical power, it began as a modest wooden structure. Over centuries, successive archbishops expanded it into a formidable stone citadel, with major additions under Leonhard von Koitschak in the early 1500s, including the Grand Golden Hall and princely chambers. Spanning 30,000 square meters, its thick walls, towers, and battlements reflect Gothic and early Renaissance styles, offering panoramic views of the Salzach River, Old Town, and distant Alps. The castle's rich history unfolds within its walls. Never conquered by force, it served as a refuge during conflicts like the Peasants' War of 1525, and later as a barracks and prison under Napoleonic and Austro-Hungarian rule. Today, it houses a museum showcasing medieval artifacts, armor, weapons, and torture devices, alongside the Rainer Regiment Museum, honoring Salzburg's military past. The Marionette Museum adds a whimsical touch with its historic puppets. Visitors ascend via the Festungsbahn funicular, or a steep path, entering through ancient gates to explore courtyards, chapels, and the Golden Hall's ornate wooden ceiling, a testament to its princely grandeur. Hohen Salzburg remains a vibrant symbol of Salzburg's heritage. Summer concerts in its courtyard echo the city's musical legacy, tied to Mozart, born nearby. Its imposing silhouette, visible from afar, draws over 1 million tourists yearly to marvel at its medieval might and scenic perch, blending history with breathtaking beauty. Krimml Waterfall, nestled in the Hohe Tauern National Park, across Tyrol and Salzburg, Austria, holds the distinction of being the nation's tallest waterfall, plummeting 380 meters over 3 awe-inspiring tiers into the Krimmler Valley. Sourced from the Krimmler River, which flows from the melting glaciers of the Tauern Alps, including the vast Krimmler Keys, it surges with a peak flow of 5.6 cubic meters per second in summer, fueled by snowmelt from the rugged peaks above. Its fame began in the 18th century, blossoming further during the Romantic era, when artists and poets, captivated by nature's untamed beauty, immortalized its grandeur in works that spread its renown across Europe. The falls unfold in a mesmerizing sequence. A 140-meter initial drop crashes down with force. A 100-meter middle tier follows with graceful power, and a final 140-meter plunge completes the spectacle, all framed by dense evergreen forests, stark cliffs, and soaring summits like the 3,360-meter Dreiherrenspitze, painting an indelible picture of alpine majesty. The Wasserfallweg Waterfall Trail, a 4-kilometer route from Krimml village, crafted in 1879 by the Austrian Alpine Club, beckons visitors to experience this natural wonder up close. Rising 400 meters, the trail boasts 10 scenic platforms where the fall's mist kisses the air, rainbows shimmer in sunlight, and its roar fills the senses, an elemental symphony. The fine aerosol mist, proven to enhance lung function, draws health-conscious travelers alongside adventurers. The Hohe Tauern, Austria's largest national park, surrounds it with pristine wilderness. Ibex scale rocky heights, marmots scamper through alpine meadows, and golden eagles wheel in the sky. Summer buzzes with hikers and sightseers, while winter's chill freezes parts of the falls into a glistening ice wall, offering a tranquil, almost mystical beauty that rewards those who visit in the quieter months. Krimml Waterfall fuses raw power with serene grace, a cornerstone of Austria's natural treasures. Its sound reverberates through the valley, a primal call audible from afar, while the Wasserwunderwelt Museum nearby unravels water's ecological story with hands-on exhibits. Embedded in the Hohe Tauern's unspoiled expanse, it enchants a diverse crowd, hikers tracing its trails, photographers chasing the perfect shot, and nature lovers seeking solace in its presence. Beyond its scenic allure, it supports local lore and livelihoods, tying the village of Krimml to its timeless flow, a living testament to the Alps' grandeur and nature's ceaseless wonder. Melk Abbey, a resplendent Baroque masterpiece, perched atop a rocky outcrop overlooking the Danube River in Lower Austria, stands as one of the most iconic landmarks in the Gosau Valley, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Founded in 1089 by Margrave Leopold II, who gifted his castle to Benedictine monks from Lambach, it began as a modest Romanesque monastery. Over centuries, it evolved into a spiritual and intellectual powerhouse, surviving fires, invasions, and secular threats, like the 1557 Turkish raid, and Napoleon's 1805 to 1809 occupation, which turned it into a temporary barracks. Its transformation into a Baroque splendor came in the early 18th century under Abbot Berthold Deitmeier, who commissioned architect Jakob Prantauer in 1702 to rebuild it after a 1683 fire. Completed by 1746, the abbey dazzles with its golden yellow facade, twin towers, and a 64-meter-high dome, reflecting the era's exuberance. The abbey church, adorned with frescoes by Johann Michael Rottmeier and stucco by Paul Trauger, is a Baroque jewel, while its library, housing 100,000 volumes, including 1,800 manuscripts like the 11th century Melk Gospels, underscores its scholarly legacy. Today, it remains an active Benedictine community of about 30 monks and a prestigious school, blending history with living tradition. Melk Abbey's interiors are a feast for the senses, offering a window into its rich past. The church's nave soars with vibrant frescoes depicting heavenly scenes paired with gilded altars and a masterful organ from 1733, still played during services and concerts. The Marble Hall, with its red and white marble walls and allegorical ceiling paintings, hosted imperial guests like Maria Theresa, whose 1743 visit is commemorated in its decor. The library, a two-story treasure trove, glows with wooden shelves, globes, and rare books, including medieval codices and incunabula, safeguarded through centuries of turmoil. Beyond its walls, the abbey's terrace offers sweeping views of the Danube, Melk Town, and the vine-clad Gosau Valley, a site immortalized in Umberto Eco's The Name of the Rose, inspired by its labyrinthine halls. The museum, housed in former imperial rooms, displays relics like a 15th century portable altar and a reliquary cross, tracing the abbey's journey from its founding to its Baroque rebirth. Melk Abbey's enduring allure lies in its fusion of art, faith, and nature. It weathered the Reformation, when monastic life waned, and the Enlightenment, when Emperor Joseph II dissolved many monasteries, yet Melk thrived thanks to its school, established in the 12th century and still educating 900 students today. The Abbey Gardens, redesigned in 1822 with pavilions and exotic plants, offer a tranquil retreat, reflecting Baroque ideals of harmony. Its location along the Danube made it a strategic and scenic stop for pilgrims and traders, a role it now plays for tourists, with over 500,000 visitors annually exploring its halls via guided tours or summer concerts. A beacon of resilience, Melk Abbey embodies Austria's cultural heritage, its golden silhouette, a symbol of the Gosau's timeless beauty, inviting all to marvel at its architectural splendor and the serene river valley below. Pasterze Glacier, stretching beneath Austria's highest peak, Grossglockner, 3,798 meters, in the Hohe Tauern National Park, holds the title of the country's longest glacier, spanning roughly 8.4 kilometers within the Eastern Alps Glockner Group. Originating at the Johannesburg Peak, 3,453 meters, and descending to 2,100 meters above sea level, it feeds the Mole River, a tributary of the Drava, and contributes to the Margaritsa Reservoir for Kaprun's hydropower plant. Its name, possibly from the Slovene pasti, pasture, hints at its past, with wood, peat, and pollen, finds suggesting vegetation thrived here during the last interglacial period until around 1500 BC. Acquired by the German and Austrian Alpine Club in 1918, it's now a centerpiece of the national park, accessible via the Grossglockner High Alpine Road. A scenic marvel opened in 1935, and a funicular dropping visitors near its edge, making it a prime spot for tourists and researchers alike. This glacier's dramatic retreat tells a stark tale of climate change. Once over 11 kilometers long in the 19th century, it has lost more than half its volume since measurements began in 1851, shrinking by 10 to 20 meters annually, with a record 203.5-meter retreat in 1857, 2022 to 2023, per the Austrian Alpine Club. Rising summer heat and dwindling winter snow accelerate its decline, exposing a rugged landscape of moraines and proglacial lakes. Summer reveals its shrinking tongue, once reachable directly by funicular, now requiring a hike from Kaiser Franz Josef's Hohe, while winter cloaks it in snow, briefly masking the loss. Geophysical surveys from 1998 pegged its maximum thickness at 320 meters, but that figure dwindles yearly, reshaping the valley and threatening the region's water systems and biodiversity. Pasterze Glacier remains a hauntingly beautiful relic, blending natural grandeur with a sobering warning. Its icy expanse, framed by Grossglockner's jagged silhouette, draws hikers along trails like the Alpe Adria, offering views of marmots and ibexes amid alpine meadows. The glacier's meltwater carves the terrain, leaving behind a primeval scene of rock and ice, while its roar echoes through the valley. The Wasserwunderwelt Museum nearby explores its ecological role, but the glacier's rapid thaw, losing 14 million cubic meters of ice in a single year, underscores an urgent climate narrative. A symbol of Austria's alpine heritage, Pasterze captivates with its stark beauty and fragile fate, urging visitors to witness its majesty before it fades further into memory. Gmuden's natural and cultural treasures make it a year-round delight. Lake Traunsee, cradled by mountains like Erlakogel, 1,570 meters, and Wilder Kogel, 2,090 meters, offers sailing, fishing, and paddleboarding, its crystal waters reflecting the Traunstein's forested slopes. The Grünberg cable car, reopened in 2014, lifts visitors to 1,000 meters for panoramic views, a treetop walk, and a summer toboggan run, while the Traunstein's trails reward hikers with vistas stretching to the Dachstein Alps. Schloss Ort, a 1,080-founded castle on a lake islet linked by a wooden bridge, enchants with its onion dome tower, museum, and courtyard cafe. Its medieval walls a backdrop for the TV series Schloss Hotel Orth. The Baroque parish church with 13th century roots, glows in canary yellow, its Gothic spire piercing the Marktplatz sky, while the Rathaus, town hall, charms with green and white stripes and ceramic bells, chiming hourly tunes, including a nightly lullaby. Summer brings the Liebstadt Festival, with its Bauernmesse Mass and folk displays, while winter cloaks Gmuden in snow, ideal for skating or sipping Glühwein by the lake. The Salzkammergutbahn Railway and a one-highway connected to Linz and Salzburg, though its narrow streets and pastel facades, like a Crayola palette, keep its fairy tale aura intact. Despite the Salzkammergut Einkaufspark Mall shifting commerce outward since 1975. Gmuden thrives as a blend of history, nature, and quiet resilience. Once a Nazi SS maternity site, during World War II to enforce racial purity, it has since reclaimed its soul as a peaceful retreat. Its 88.4% Austrian population, 2001 census, joined by Bosnian and Yugoslav minorities, adding subtle diversity. The Handicraft Museum celebrates its artisanal roots, from embroidery to tracked costumes, while Stern and Hofferl's trams and buses hum through its 5 boroughs: Gmuden, Gmuden-Ort, Schlagen, Traundorf, and Untermstein. The Traunsee's floods, once submerging Rathausplatz, markers still visible, are tamed by modern engineering, ensuring the town's waterworks, sourced from Traunstein and Auwald, sustain its 11 community network. Fossils from the Schlieffgraben hint at its geological depth. Tied to the Helveticum system since 1984, digs began. Innsbruck-born notables like Ludwig Bemelmans and Thomas Bernhard tie Gmuden to broader Austrian culture, while its schools, like the Nikolaus Lanau for special needs, reflect a nurturing spirit. With over 500,000 visitors yearly, Gmuden balances tourism with authenticity. Its lakeside esplanade, Toscana Park, and mountain air offering a timeless escape where swans glide, ceramics gleam, and the Alps stand sentinel over a town that wears its past with pride. Gmuden's enduring charm extends beyond its shores into its vibrant community life and lesser-known gems. The Kayhof Museum dives into its history, from prehistoric salt traders to Habsburg shipbuilders, while the Pfahlbau display recreates ancient lake dwellings on stilts, a nod to its Neolithic roots. The Gmuden Schifffahrt fleet, paddle steamers like the 1871 Gazelle, plies the lake, linking it to Ebensee and Traunkirchen, their white hulls a nostalgic sight against the turquoise water. Music fills the air at the Salzkammergut Festwochen, a summer festival drawing classical talents to venues like the Stadttheater, built in 1872 with neo-Renaissance flair. The town's culinary scene blends tradition with innovation. Restaurants like Seegasthof serve Traunsee fish with Gmudener ceramic plates, while bakeries offer Salzkammergut's famed Zauner pastries. Gmuden's microclimate, softened by the lake, nurtures gardens like Villa Prelas, bursting with roses and rare shrubs. From the Traunbrücke Bridge's sunset views to the quirky Klo and So Sanitary Museum, Gmuden offers layers of discovery. Its alpine lake harmony, a magnet for artists, retirees, and wanderers seeking Austria's soul. Gollinger Waterfall, nestled in the Tennengau region of Salzburg, Austria, near Golling an der Salzach, is one of the country's most enchanting natural wonders, plunging about 75 meters over two dramatic tiers. Known also as Schwarzbach Fall, it draws its power from a karst spring within the Schwarzbach Fall cave, emerging from the Gol Massif's eastern slopes above the St. Nicholas Pilgrimage Church in Turin. Its history as a visitor site began in 1798, when Prince Ernst Schwarzenberg opened it to the public, with trails completed by 1805. An obelisk at its base honors his legacy. The fall's upper tier, spanned by a natural bridge, and its thunderous lower drop, create a misty spectacle framed by mossy rocks and ancient trees, offering a serene escape just 500 meters from the A10 highway's hum. The journey to Gollinger Waterfall is as captivating as the destination. From the P2 parking lot, €5, a 10-minute walk along a shaded forest path leads to the lower cascade, where wooden steps climb steeply to viewpoints like the Rainbow Bridge and Hexenkesselsteg, unveiling the fall's full splendor. Especially the upper tiers plunge into a cave-like hollow. The trail, though narrow and slippery after rain, rewards with refreshing spray and occasional rainbows, best seen in early summer when snowmelt boosts the flow, averaging 1,261 liters per second. Protected as a natural monument since 1985, its 3-hectare site teems with alpine flora, though crowds peak in July, making spring or fall ideal for quieter visits. Gollinger Waterfall blends raw beauty with accessibility, drawing thousands yearly. Entry costs €5 for adults, with family rates at €12, and the path, while demanding sturdy shoes, suits most ages, though not strollers. Its proximity to Salzburg, 30 kilometers south, and the nearby Bluntautal Lakes makes it a perfect day trip, often paired with hikes or a meal at Gasthof Abfalter. A timeless jewel, it captivates with its roar, cool mist, and the wild embrace of the Tennengau's forests. Gosau Valley, a picturesque haven in Upper Austria's Salzkammergut region, stretches 14 kilometers along the Gosaubach stream, cradled by the Dachstein Alps and Gosau-Kamm Range. Part of the UNESCO Hallstatt Dachstein site, it centers on Gosau village at 767 meters, where 1,866 residents, 2024, live, 71% of them Lutheran, an outlier in Catholic Austria. Founded in the 13th century by monks from St. Peter's Abbey in Salzburg, it supplied timber for Hallstatt's salt mines and became part of Upper Austria in 1490. Its past includes French occupation during the Napoleonic Wars and Nazi control from 1938 to 1945 as Gau Oberdonau. Today, tourism thrives, spotlighting the Vordere Gosau See, a glacial lake with emerald waters reflecting the Dachstein Massif, set amid a landscape of 58.9% covered in forest. Gosau's natural splendor captivates across seasons. Summer unveils the Gosau See lakes, where the 4-kilometer trail around Vordere Gosau See offers a 1-hour stroll through spruce and beech forests, with chamois dotting the cliffs above. The Gosau Kamban cable car ascends to Zweisalalm for sweeping hikes, while the Donnerkogel Via Ferrata tempts climbers with its 40-meter ladder bridge over a gorge. In winter, it becomes Dachstein West, Upper Austria's largest ski area, boasting 60 kilometers of trails, toboggan runs, and horse-drawn sleigh rides through snowy meadows. Known as Schneeloch, Snowhole, for its deep snow and cold, damp climate, it's a year-round draw for alpine enthusiasts. Gosau Valley blends wild beauty with deep-rooted heritage. The Gosau See mirrors the Dachstein Glacier, a photographer's dream, while the Almabtrieb sees cattle descend from pastures with bells, preserving tradition. Once a summer retreat for 19th-century elites from Bad Ischl, it now welcomes over 1 million visitors yearly, yet keeps its rustic charm intact. From the serene lakeside Gosau Schmied Hut to the rugged Gosau Kamm Ridge, Gosau offers a timeless alpine escape, its waters, stones, and peaks weaving a story of nature and history. Grossglockner, towering at 3,798 meters above sea level, reigns as Austria's highest mountain, a majestic sentinel straddling the border of Tyrol and Carinthia within the Hohe Tauern National Park, the largest protected area in the Alps. Part of the Glockner Group in the Eastern Alps, its name derives from the German Glock, bell, possibly echoing its bell-shaped silhouette or the ringing winds across its icy expanse. First summited on July 28, 1800, by brothers Martin and Sepp Klotz, guided by Bishop Franz Zalm Reiferscheid's expedition, it marked a triumph of human endeavor over nature's grandeur. Though earlier attempts, like Matthias Hautzendorfer's in 1799, fell short. Geologically, it's a testament to tectonic forces formed 300 million years ago from limestone, dolomite, and crystalline schist, uplifted during the Alpine orogeny 35 million years ago. Its twin peaks, Grossglockner, and the slightly lower Kleinglockner, 3,770 meters, are linked by the perilous Studelgrat Ridge, while the Pasterze Glacier, Austria's longest at 8.4 kilometers, spills from its northeastern face into the Mole Valley. Today, the Grossglockner High Alpine Road, opened in 1935, winds 48 kilometers from Heiligenblut to Bruck, offering motorists and cyclists stunning vistas from 2,571-meter Edelweißspitze, cementing its status as a tourism icon, visited by over 1 million annually. The mountain's allure lies in its raw, untamed beauty and the challenges it poses. Climbers flock to its classic routes, Studelgrat, a technical ridge ascent, or the gentler Hoffmannsweg, drawn by its prestige as an alpine crown jewel. Though its 2,000-meter prominence and treacherous ice demand skill and caution, with over 50 deaths recorded since 1800. The Pasterze Glacier, cradled below, has shrunk dramatically, losing 2.5 kilometers since 1850 due to climate change. Its retreat tracked since 1880 by the Austrian Alpine Club, revealing moraines and lakes like the Sandersee. Wildlife thrives here. Ibex scale its cliffs, marmots burrow in meadows, and golden eagles soar above, all part of the Hohe Tauern's rich ecosystem spanning 1,856 square kilometers. Summer unveils its full glory, with July and August ideal for ascents, while winter cloaks it in snow, drawing skiers to nearby resorts like Karlsmatre. From Kaiser Franz Josefs Höhe, a 1,665-meter viewpoint, visitors gaze at its icy face, framed by peaks like Johannesburg, 3,453 meters, a scene immortalized in art and lore since the Romantic era. Grossglockner's legacy blends nature, culture, and human spirit. Sacred to locals, it inspired tales like the Glockner Man, a mythical giant guarding its heights, while 19th-century alpinists like Johann Strudel, who built the Strudelhütte Refuge in 1868, paved the way for modern mountaineering. The Grossglockner Ultra Trail, a grueling 110-kilometer race circling its base, tests endurance yearly, echoing the mountain's unforgiving spirit. Economically, it powers Tyrol and Carinthia via tourism and hydropower from the Mole and Tauernbach rivers, feeding the Kaprun plant since 1955. Yet, its melting glacier, losing 20 meters yearly, casts a shadow, a stark reminder of global warming's toll, with scientists predicting Pasterze's near disappearance by 2100. Accessible yet wild, Grossglockner remains a symbol of Austria's alpine soul. Its snow-capped peak, a beacon for adventurers, researchers, and dreamers, standing resolute amid a changing world.